Napalingon si Angela sa humila ng kumot na itinalakbong niya. She saw Jessie standing at the edge of her bed with her hands on her waist. "Is this what you've been doing all this time? Crying your heart out?" Walang gana niyang hinila ang kumot at muling itinalakbong. "Just get out, Jess. Wala ako sa mood ngayon." But Jessie pulled the blanket back and sat at the edge of the bed. "Sabihin mo sa akin, ano ba talaga nangyari? Noong nakaraan lang ang saya-saya mo pa. Tapos ngayon makikita kitang ganito?" Just... Hindi niya na ituloy ang pagbigkas sa pangalan ng lalaki. Saying his name would hurt her more than it could be. I mean, he signed the annulment paper, Just. Malungkot niyan, Turan. He's letting me go. Malakas na napabuntong hininga si Jessie. Sinasabi ko na nga ba eh. Palatak nito bago lumingon sa kanya. Yun lang ba? Wala ba siyang sinabing iba? She went silent and reminisced about his words last night. Tumayo na si Justin sa kinaupan nito at pinahid ang luhang walang patid ang pagtulo sa kanyang pisngi. I am letting you go not because I don't love you. I may be a jerk but I am so ashamed to tell you this, yet I will stay say it. Te amo, mi amor. Mariin siyang napapikit. God knows how long she waited for her to hear those words from him. It took 12 years. 12 taon niyang ipinagdasal na marinig ang mga katagang iyon mula sa bibig mismo ni Justin, pero bakit ang mga katagang iyon ay nagpapahiwatig ng pamamaalam? Kung mahal siya nito, bakit kailangan siya nitong bitawan? She wanted to ask him so bad but no words came out from her mouth. Nanatili siyang pipi at umiiyak. I want you to think what you really want and what will make you happy. At hindi mo magagawa iyon hanggat nandito ka sa tabi ko. I will only mess with your decision. Right now, you need to go home. Solomon is here. He will drive you home. Anato't iniwan na siya. Sabi niya mahal niya ako but it was unbelievable, Jessie. How could he sign those papers kung mahal niya ako? He was a jerk. Hindi ko na siya dapat inalagaan. Sana natuluyan na lang siya maaksidente. Puno ng puot niyang pahayag. Jessie was silent for a moment while she was sobbing. Pero di ba itong annulment naman talagang gusto mo? Now he's giving you what you want for the past few weeks. Are you happy? Of course you are not. Siya naman ang natahimik. Yes, she wanted an annulment, but a big part of her was praying he wouldn't sign it because he loves her. I heard he's leaving. Anunsyo ni Jessie na kumuha ng lumilipad niyang diwa. Aalis siya dito? Jessie nodded. Maybe he's going back to Manila. Who knows? Kibit balikat nitong sagot. Mas lalo lang nadagdagan ang galit niya sa lalaki. I don't care kung saan man siya pupunta, Jess. He can go to hell for all I care. Jessie chuckled and shook her head lightly. Ngayon ka pa ba susuko na mahal ka na niya? Natigilan naman siya. Sobrang layo na nang narating ng pagtitiis mo sa kanya. You finally got what you wanted, my dear cousin. Hahayaan mo na lang ba siyang makawala sa'yo? Jessie has a point, but how long is she gonna chase the one she loves? Till the end of the world? What if he's just lying? Come on, hindi ka bababangon. Ngayon ang alas niya. Ayaw mo ba talaga siyang habulin? She stilled as a realization hit her. Justin let her go and send her home not because he doesn't love her. There is something between the line. Mabilis siyang bumangon sa kama at isinuot ang kanyang pambahay na tsinelas. This will be the last time that he will chase him. Pangako yan. Patakbo siyang nagtungo sa garahe. Nagulat pa si Solomon nang makita siya. Open the gate, Solomon! Sagaw niya at pinaandar na ang sasakyan. Nalilito man ang lalaki, sumunod pa rin ito sa iniuutos niya. She stepped on the gas and went her way to Fortalejo Mansion. Nang makarating siya sa harap ng mansyon ay sakto naman palabas ng gate si Manang Salome. Mabilis siyang bumaba ng sakyan at hinarang ang matanda. Manang, nasan po si Justin? Nagulat pa ito sa biglaan niyang pagsulpot. Kaalis lang po, Angela. Hindi niya hinintay pa ang ibang sinabi nito. She ran back to her car and drove it to the main road. Kung kaalis lang nito, she's sure she could still catch him. She stepped on the gas and accelerated her speed. She wasn't a daredevil when it comes to cars but today is an exception. Hindi nagtagal ay natanaw niyang isang wrangler sa unahan. Katamtaman lang ang takbo nito kaya't mas binilisan pa niya ang pagmamaneho hanggang sa malampasan na niya ang sasakyan. Nang masiguro niyang tama na ang layo niya dito ay pinatigil niya ang kotse at iniharang sa gitna ng daan saka hinintay ang sasakyan ni Justin na makarating sa pwesto niya. Hindi nagtagal ay huminto na ang wrangler nito sa harapan niya. Bumaba na siya ng sasakyan at ganoon din ito. Kita niyang rumihistro ang gulat at pagtataka sa mukha ng lalaki nang makita siya. Angela? Gulat nitong sambit. She didn't wasted any moments and ran into his arms at mabilis itong niyakap. Bagla siyang inilayo ni Justin at sinipat ng tingin. What brought you here? She sniffed bago tumingin sa sasakyan nito. You're leaving. Justin nodded in confusion. Of course, I had to leave. Pupunta ako ng bayan para kausapin ang supplier ng feeds dahil nagkaroon ng konting problema. Natigil naman siya sa pag-iyak at naguguluhang tumitig sa lalaki. Hindi ka pupunta ng Manila? Mas lalong nagsalubong ang kilay ni Justin sa tanong niya. No? Who gave you the idea that I am leaving? Bago pa man siya makasagot, pumarada na sa tabi nila ang isang pamilyar na kotse. Magkasabay na bumaba mula doon sa Jesse at Solomon. This dumb brat. Dinig niyang usal ni Justin. Ayos ba, Fortalejo? Nakangising tanong ni Jessie. Nagpalipat-lipat ang tingin niya sa dalawa. Justin was eyeing Jessie with an annoyed expression on his face. Did you make up a story about me leaving kaya napasugod sa Angela dito? Masungit itong bungad. Tatawa-tawa naman ang pinsan niya habang naglalakad palapit. Sa tingin mo ba, kung hindi ko sinabi yun, hahabulin ka niya? Pinangungunahan mo ba ako? Nanggigigil na tong angel sa pinsan niya. Tinutulungan lang kita. Ang bagal mo kasi. Did you two talk? Singit niya sa gitna ng bangayan ng dalawa. Justin sighed as Jessie shrugged her shoulders. She went to my office last time. Flashback. Sir, may naghahanap po sa inyo. Anunsyo ni Minerva. Napakamot siya ng batok. I'm not here for a business talk, Minerva. I'm still on leave dahil sa aksidente. I just came here to check pagkatapos ay uuwi na ako. My wife is waiting for me. Sir, hindi daw po business ang sadya niya dito. Pagkasabi noon ay lumitaw na ang figurang hindi niya inaasahang makita sa opisina niya. Si Jessie Villegas. Tinginan pa lang ng babae, nagbabadya na ng panganib. Alam na niyang hindi magiging maganda ang usapan nila ngayon. Hoy, Fortalejo, ano ba talagang plano mo sa pinsan ko, ha? Mataray nitong bungad. Napabuntong hininga na lang siya. Whatever my plan is, wala ka na doon, Jessie. At wala akong balak na sabihin sa'yo kung ano man yun. Ba't tamtado ka, ha? Galit nitong Saad at bigla na lang siyang binato ng vase na nahawakan nito. Galit din siyang napatitig sa babae. Shit. If Corazon is an angel, this woman is a beast. Mabuti na lang at hindi ito katulad ng asawa niya. Akala mo hindi ko alam na niloloko mo lang ang pinsan ko? Gago ka. Papatayin talaga kita. Nalaki ang kanyang mga mata na makitang babatuin siya nito ng laptop. Kumanta na yung kaibigan mo tungkol sa plano mo kay Angela. Balak mo pa talagang saktan yung pinsan kong walang ginawa kundi mahalin ka? Teka. Huminahon ka nga muna, Villegas. Ano bang plano yung pinagsasabi mo? I'm not planning to hurt your cousin anymore. Night mo. Sinabi na ni Sander sa akin lahat. Shit. Siguro sinabi ni Sander ang naunang plano niya para kay Angela na wala naman siyang balak na ituloy pa iyon. It was a different plan for Dom's sake. Mapapatay talaga niya ang lalaking iyon kapag nagkita sila. Calm down, Jessie. I love Angela, okay? Kaya tumigil ka sa pagwawala mo. Utang na loob. Nasa loob ka na opisina ko. Singhal niya dito. Natigilan naman ang dalaga sa sinabi niya pero maya-maya lang ay bumalik ulit ang galit sa mga mata nito. Romeo! Inuuto mo pa pati ako. He was about to talk nang tuluyan nito ibinato sa kanya ang laptop na pag-aari pa niya mismo. Mabuti na lang at maliksisi ang kumilos kaya't nakaiwas siya dahil kung hindi, uuwi siyang may bukol sa muka. Gago! Babayaran mo lahat ng yan, Jessie. May pera ko, Fortalejo, pero hindi kita babayaran dyan sa mga sinira ko. Deserve mo yan dahil napakasalbahe mo. Napakamot na lang siya ng ulo. Tromet, saan ba nagmana ang babaeng ito? Just stop, Jessie. Malapit nang maubos ang pasensya ko sa'yo. And for your information, I am not lying. Kung ayaw mong maniwala sa akin, go and talk to Angela's father. Papa Chrysostom knows every damn thing I'm doing. You brat. I'm asking you, Justin, what did the two of you talk about? Untag ni Angela sa asawa niya. Justin smiled. Nothing. She just told me she'll cut up my thing kapag sinaktan kita. Jesse smiled at her and patted her shoulder. I just want you to be happy, Angela. You deserve to be happy. Anito bago bumaling sa asawa niya. Yung usapan natin, Justin. Tumango naman ang lalaki dito. Solomon drove the car she used. Kasunod ni Jessie samantalang naiwan naman siya kay Justin. You shouldn't have chased me here, mi amor. Because from now on, I will be the one to chase you without any advantage. Justin sighed. They are still standing on the side of the dusty road pero baliwala sa kanya iyon. Who cares about it when she was inside Justin's arms? I heard you inside talking. Sinabi mo sa kanya na gusto mo pa rin ng annulment kahit pa sa magagandang bagay na nangyari sa pagitan natin. Psyche even told me about it herself bago sila umalis. But I never really meant I wanted it. Pabulong niyang sabi. Justin planted a soft kiss on her forehead. I know. Nagangat siya ng tingin at pinukul ito ng masamang titig. Yun yun? Pagkatapos tinuloy mo pa rin? She smoked his chest. Ngumuwi ito pero hindi pa rin siya binitawan. I mean, I know now. She stared at him, not believing what he was saying. Justin chuckled and put the strands of her hair at the back of her ear. Look, mi amor. I am a man who's not good at analyzing emotions, and you've been telling me all this time you don't want me anymore. Ilang beses mo na ipinamukha sa akin na hindi mo ako kailangan. Akala ko kaya mo ako inalagaan dahil nakukonsensya ka. I need something to steer your emotion and make sure you still love me. But before I did that, nagpaalam muna ako sa papa mo. Mi amor. Mas lalo lang siyang naiinis. All this time alam pala ng mga magulang niya. Kaya pala hindi nagtanong ang mga ito kagabi nang umuwi siyang umiiyak. Akala niya binigyan lang siya ng mga ito ng privacy. Pero iba pala ang dahilan. Pinagkakaisaan niyo ba ako? Asik niya. Agad namang umiling ang lalaki. I'm sorry. I never thought it will make you cry all night. I'm so sorry, mi amor. Sorry. Paano na lang kung nagpakamatay ako sa sama ng loob? I know, you're not that kind of woman. Huminga ito ng malalim. I'm sorry again. I just told you everything last night dahil gusto ko wala na akong itatago pa sa'yo. I want to come clean before pursuing you again. I told you everything I have behind my closet to make you think if you can still love someone like me who has a lot of flaws. Suminghot siya. But you signed the annulment because I want fair play. As I have told you, I'll chase you without the advantage of being married to you. Gusto ko magkasama tayo hindi dahil lang kasal ka sa akin, kundi dahil nag-effort akong makuha ka sa maayos na paraan. I don't want you to choose me just because we are married, though it was my first plan. I realize how childish and unmanly it is. Are you really that confident to win me over without that marriage? Nakatas ang kilay niyang tanong. Justin made another sigh. Honestly, no. You could find a lot of men who are better than me out there. But I still want to try even if I won't win this time. And I will try again and again until I will win you over. You sweet talk too much. She wrinkled her nose. But you still made me cry a river last night. Nakasimangot niyang sambit. Then you can punish me tonight. Pervert, she hissed. Justin chuckled and kissed her forehead once again. Te amo, mi amor. Muling namasa ang kanyang mga mata. But this time, the tears aren't for the broken heart anymore but tears of happiness. You're crying again. Shh. Justin hushed her. I can't help it. You make me so happy. Justin wiped her tears. Do you still love me? She nodded while crying. Of course. Maingat itong iniangat ang kanyang baba at mataman siyang tinitigan. You're not fooling me, right? You really love me for real, right? Paninigurado niya. Justin nodded with sincerity in his eyes. I love you, Angela Villaga. Fortalejo. Mahinang anas nito bago dahan-dahang bumaba ang labi nito sa labi niya. He kissed her gently, very different from the kiss they shared before. It was so passionate that it even made her cry in the middle of their kiss. She didn't mind even if they were in a public place. Her heart was filled with so much joy right now. She finally won his heart. He loves her. He loves her for real. She bit Justin's lips na bigla itong dumaing at tumigil sa paghalik. Ngayon lang niya napansin may pasa ito sa gilid ng labi. It was a fresh cut that made her curious. "Where did you get this one? Napauwi ka ba?" Usisa niya. Justin touched his cut at napailing. "No. This is a punishment, mi amor. Your father punched me this morning for making you cry a lot last night." Nalaka ang kanyang mga mata. "He did it?" Gulat niyang tanong. Her father may raise his voice at them but she had never seen him lay his hand at anybody, no matter how mad he is. I deserve it though. I already confessed to him about everything that happened between us." Pagtatapat nito, Lahat-lahat?" Hindi makapaniwala niyang tanong. Tumango naman ito. "What did you say?" Nag-aalala niyang tanong. Hindi naman siguro sila paglalayuing dalawa, hindi ba? "He said he would probably kill me kung hindi lang ako anak ni Tiago. But I still continue to ask him for his forgiveness and his permission too. I want to make up for all the mess I did, and there's only one thing I could do. That is to love you with my honesty and loyalty." "Did he already forgive you?" Justin shook his head. "Hindi pa, but he gave me a chance to make up for my mistake. If I mess up, even just one last time, nangako ang papa mo na ilalayo ka niya sa akin, mi amor. He told me I won't be able to see you again kahit pa magkaibigan ng pamilya natin." Justin hugged her. She was too stunned to speak. Parang noon lang madalas siya nitong takutin na wag siyang magsusumbong para sa kapakanan ni Lian. Speaking of Lian, natigilan siya at unti-unting lumayo kay Justin. "What about Lian? Didn't you say? You said you love her and you married me to save her from your mother." Justin looked at her eye to eye. I did. I did love her before, but it was all in the past now, mi amor. How sure are you that you don't love her anymore, Justin?" At first, I wasn't sure either. I was confused why you always popped into my mind. You made me so confused as to why I wanted to see you gayong ayaw naman kitang makita noon. I don't understand why I don't want to send the annulment papers. Then I realized I was just being so hard on myself. Huminga ng malalim si Justin. I kept on telling myself to hate you. I planned to win you back to hurt you, but I can't do it anymore. Instead, I used the opportunity I have to be near you because I wanted to be with you. The plan of hurting you changed as I decided to make you fall in love with me. That was what my real plan is. That no one knows, not even my friends. Except your parents. Dahil gusto kong sa'yo ko unang sabihin ang nararamdaman ko at hindi kanino man. Though it didn't happen. Your parents and Jesse knew about it first. You made me so speechless. I planned on annulling the marriage because I thought you were still in love with Lian," she confessed. "After Lian left me, all I did was to work hard and forget everything around me. Then you came. You made me do the things I don't want to do anymore. I raced with James just to get back here, kahit na nangako na akong hindi na ako babalik pa dito. You held me back to my family that I loathed for years dahil sa ginawa nila kay Lian at sa akin. As I stopped resisting, I found the reason why all of it happened, and it was because I am meant to love you. Is this now your confession?" She was teary-eyed again. Bakit ba kasi napakaiyakin niya? "Yes, you are so good and patient with me. How can I not fall in love with you all this time?" She chuckled and hugged him tightly. "Even if Lian comes back, you will stay as my wife. Nothing will change. I am in love with you, and will stay in love with you until my last breath. Mi amor." Her heart is now at ease. Kumala si Justin sa yakap niya at napatingala. "The sun is getting too hot. Your face is now turning red. So much that I wanted to hug you. You need to go inside the car. Too much heat isn't good for you. Inalalayan siya nito papasok sa passenger seat ng Wrangler. Justin was also the one who put her seatbelt on before planting a soft kiss on her temple. Ihahatid mo ba ako sa bahay? Tanong niya. Justin shook his head. You'll be coming with me to town. It won't take long. Kakausapin ko lang yung supplier dahil sa overpricing na feeds para sa mga baka at manok. Pero hindi ka ba nahihiya na sasama ko sa'yo? Napatingin siya sa suot ni Justin. He's wearing a white shirt na pinatungan ng maong na jacket at denim jeans. Saka low-cut boots samantalang siya ay hindi malang nakapagbihis ng damit niyang pantulog. Napasulya pa siya sa magulo niyang buhok. Bakit ka naman mahihiya? Kulot noon itong tanong. Nakabihis ka tapos ako hindi. Nakanguwi niyang sagot. Mahinang natawa si Justin bago hinaplos ang kanyang pisngi. Whatever you wear is fine. Kahit na magsuot ka pa ng basahan, you will still be the most gorgeous woman in my ass. Wow, hindi ko alam na magaling ka pala mambola. Natatawa niyang puna. No, you know, but kidding aside, what I said is true. You are the most gorgeous woman I met, even when you were still so young that first time I saw you on the road, wounded and crying. You still remember that day? Gulat niyang tanong. Mm-hmm. You got the most gorgeous round eyes, which were innocently looking at me with surprise and admiration. You look like an enchantress. She smiled. What Justin said was real. No doubt about it, pero maya-maya lang inapasamangot siya. Yet, you didn't get enchanted and fall in love with me. Justin patted her head. Silly. I am at legal age, mi amor. How can you expect an 18-year-old to fall in love with a turning 13-year-old little girl? Please, quit staring, mi amor. I can't focus. Natatawang saway ni Justin sa kanya. She laughed a bit but still continued staring at his handsomeness. Her eyes traveled onto his long pointed nose, down to his Adam's apple, his protruding veins every time he maneuvered the steering wheel. She can't stop admiring how handsome her husband is. Am I not dreaming, Justin? She said, out of fascination. Justin chuckled and shook his head. You're not dreaming, mi amor. I'm afraid of closing my eyes, Justin. Dahil baka kapag nalingat ako, bigla ka nalang mawala at ma-realize kong nananaginip lang pala ako. Justin stopped the car on the side road. Pagkatapos ay masuyo siyang binalingan ng tingin. You aren't dreaming. And I'm not gonna vanish, mi amor. Dumukwang ito sa upuan at pinatakan siya ng mabining halik sa noo. Stop worrying and sleep, mi amor. Malayo pa tayo. Gigisingin na lang kita kapag nasa bayan na tayo. Tapid siyang umiti at tumango bago unti-unti ipinikit ang kanyang mga mata. Marahil kulang ang tulog niya kagabi kaya agad siyang hinila ng antok. Justin stared at Angela for a moment before turning his attention on the road. His wife is now peacefully sleeping with her swollen eyes. He felt bad, yet hindi niya mapigilan ang sarili na mapangiti. He finally confesses unsaid feelings to her. Wala na rin siyang itinatago sa babae kaya naman mas lalong gumaan ang kanyang pakiramdam. If he had only known, he'd fell for her. Hindi na sana siya nagpumilit pa dito. Sadly, he cannot turn back the past and correct his wrongdoings. But he can still repent at pwede pa rin siyang bumawi sa kasalukuyan, which is what he will do starting today until the future comes. Napabalikwas ng bangon sa Angela, subalit muli ring bumalik sa kanyang kinasasandalan nang may humarang na seatbelt sa kanya. Mabilis siya lumingon sa kanyang gilid at nakita ang nag-aalalang mukha ni Justin. What's wrong? Did you dream of something unpleasant? Nag-aalala nitong tanong. Inilibot niya ang tingin sa paligid at nakitang nasa harapan sila na isang luma at malaking warehouse. Napabuntong hininga na lang siya. Why does she keep on thinking that everything is just a dream? Ibinaling niya ang tingin kay Justin at tipid na ngumiti. I'm sorry. I just thought I'm still dreaming. Justin patted her head before unbuckling his seatbelt. We're here. Anunsyo nito at bumaba na ng sasakyan. She also removed her seatbelt at akmang bubuksan ang pintuan subalit naunahan na siya ni Justin. Him being a gentleman makes her giggle. Hinubad pa nito ang maong na jacket at ipinasuot sa kanya. Thanks, she murmured. Magkahawak kamay silang dalawa na pumasok sa warehouse. May ilang trabahador doon ang napapatingin pa sa gawin nila. Nang makarating sila sa maliit na opisina ay kumatok muna si Justin ng 2 beses. Hindi rin naman nagtagal, dumungaw ang isang lalaki na parang nasa edad 30 o higit pa. Ngumiti ito at niluwangan ang pagkakabukas ng pinto. "Pasok po kayo, boss." Nakangiting sabi ng lalaki. She heard Justin scoffed. Hinaplos niya ang braso nito dahilan para mapatingin ito sa kanya. Pumasok na sila sa loob at umupo sa lumang sofa. "Anong gusto niyo? Kape o tsaa?" "Don't bother, hindi rin naman kami magtatagal. Huwag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa. Pag-usapan na natin yung sinasabi mong increase sa mga stocks na isusupply mo because right now, hindi talaga ako sang-ayon sa hiling mo. That's overpricing, isko." Malamig na tura ng kanyang asawa. Kita niyang napakamot sa batok ang lalaki at hilaw na ngumiti. Boss, ngayon ko lang po pala naisip na hindi na ako magtataas ng presyo sa inyo. Presyong magbalain na lang ang bigay ko." Parehong nanlaki ang kanilang mata sa sinabi ng lalaki. Ano pong sabi niyo? Presyong magbalae? Gulat niyang tanong. Muling tumawa ang lalaki. Kasi may nagawi po ditong manghuhula. Ang sabi niya, ang pinakamayaman kong suki ang siyang magiging balae ko sa hinaharap dahil magkakatuluyan daw ang anak namin dalawa. Naturingan si Boss Justin ang pinakamayaman kong suki kaya siya ang future balae ko. Nais niyang matawa sa sinabi nito pero pinigil niya ang sarili. Kita naman niya ang pagtalim ng mga mata ni Justin sa sinabi nito. "Pinapunta mo lang ako dito para sa walang kwentang balita na yan?" "Naku boss, hindi po walang kwenta yun. Yung kapitbahay namin na hinulaan ng matanda na yayaman sila, aba nakapag-asawa ng hapon." Justin's expression turned sour. "This is ridiculous, mi amor. Umalis na nga tayo. Para tayo nakikipag-usap sa baliw." Tumayo na si Justin at marahan siyang inalalayan. "Kung wala naman pala tayong pag-uusapan, we'll go now. Sinasayang mo lang ang oras ko." "Ay, teka boss, sandali." Pigil nito sa kanila subalit hindi nakinig si Justin at patuloy lang sa paglalakad. Pagkarating nila sa labas ay huminga ng malalim si Justin. "We should just have spent our time dating together rather than coming here." Matalim ang mga mata nitong lumingon sa warehouse. Natatawan niyang hinawakan ang mukha nito at pinaharap sa akin niya. "Calm down. Malay mo, totoo palang sinabi niya, di ba?" "Hell no." Asik nito. "Ayoko maging balain natin yung isko na yan. May lahing buraot yan, kaya hindi ako makapapayag na maging parte yan na magiging pamilya natin." Huminga siya ng malalim. Wala naman tayo magagawa kung talagang mangyayari yan. Nakangisi niyang sambit. Mas lalo lang bumusangot ang mukha ni Justin. "Let's not talk about him anymore. And since nandito na lang din naman tayo, maybe we can date. What do you think?" Justin grinned. That seemed a good idea." She smiled. Akmang aalis na sila na sumalubong sa kanila isang matandang madungis na may nakapaskil ng ngiti sa labi. She's not being judgmental but the old woman really looked creepy. Agad namang iniharang ni Justin ang sarili nito sa harapan niya. "Anong kailangan mo?" Walang kangiting-ngiting tanong ni Justin. "Mag-asawa kayo?" Tanong nito. Both of them didn't answer at nakatingin lang sa matanda. Hindi naman napawi ang ngiti sa labi nito kahit pa sa reaksyon nila. "Bagay kayo. Ingatan mo ang asawa mo, iho. Nababasa ko na ang kapalaran nyo. Isang malaking unos ang darating at maaaring mawala sa iyo ang taong pinakamahalaga sa puso mo." Sabi nito kay Justin. Pareho silang natigilan. Kinilabutan siya sa sinabi nito. Kita niya ang pagkuyom ng kamao ni Justin. Agad namang umalis ang matanda sa harapan nila at wala nang sinabi pang iba. Hanggang sa makasakay sila sa sasakyan, ay pansin niya ang pananahimik ni Justin. "Iniisip mo pa rin ba sinabi ng matanda kanina?" Untag niya. Dinig niya ang malalim na buntong hininga ni Justin at aligagang lumingon sa kanya. "I just can't help it. Paano kung magkatotoo yung sinabi ng matandang iyon? He can't lose you, mi amor. We're just getting started with what we have right now." Marahan niyang pinisil ang braso nito. "Stop thinking about it. Hindi ako mawawala sa'yo. That old woman just messing. Hindi naman siya Diyos na alam ang lahat ang mangyayari sa hinaharap. Stop worrying, Justin. I'm just here." She gave him a reassuring smile kahit pa sa puso niya. Ramdam din niya ang kaba na maaaring mangyari ang sinabi nito. "We shouldn't have gone here. Hindi dapat natin nakita ang matandang iyon. Instead of talking about it, bakit hindi na lang tayo kumain? Nagugutom na ako, Justin. Di ba ako kumakain buong araw? Ungot niya. Justin apologetically looked at her. I'm sorry, mi amor. Dapat pala kumain muna tayo bago tayo nagpunta dito. Where do you want to eat? Masuyo nitong tanong. Sandali siya nag-isip pero mukhang wala yatang pumasok sa utak niya. Saan nga ba? Tanong niya sa sarili. You want different ambience? Mia may tanong nito. Do you have any idea? I have a place in mind. Since you like beef, bakit hindi tayo kumain ng bulalo kina Aling Babang? Aling Babang? Ulit niya. Yup. Though it's a cheap restaurant, a carinderia to be exact. Their food is really good, mi amor. Dinala ko ni Mang Alex doon noong nakaraan. Kwento pa nito. Tumango na lang siya. Since hindi naman siya madalas lumalabas ng asyenda, hindi pa siya nakakakain sa ganong klaseng lugar. Her parents always bring her to fancy restaurants every time they go out together.